I'm Tuyen Tran. This is my wife, Tuyen Tran, and we're here to give a testimonial on how lifeguard imaging has really, essentially, I think, saved my wife's life.
I'm very thankful to Lifeguard. I was quite a bit of a skeptic. I mean, I'm a very healthy person. I eat well. I go to the gym, the crazy CrossFit gyms. I had no symptoms whatsoever. I just went along with, he's getting older. He's 4 years older than I am. And we have a group of friends that are all in the 50s and 60s. So we all started thinking about our health. They all are in that retirement age side. And I'm like, okay, I'll just get the scan with him. It's no big deal. Never thinking in a million years anything, would be wrong with me. Just because I've just never had any problems, health related. And COVID probably didn't, help because we were home for, I didn't go to the doctor probably for 2 years, just because I've never really had a problem with health. But, he convinced me to come. We did the scan together. And like within a day, I got the report that said I've got like a mass, in my lungs. And I have 4 large fibroids in my uterus. And of course they put down, hey, this is a very high chance of malignancy for the lungs, and you also need to check out the fibroids. So that was June of last year. And then, of course, then I had to go find a new doctor, because the doctor already dropped me because it's been over 2 years for a primary. And then I went and got a new primary. They're like, why did you get a scan? And I said, for my own health, I got a scan. So he was, I gave him the scanned information, and he's like, okay, fine. So it was kind of strange conversation. And then he finally said, here's a script to go get a PET scan. So then I also made an appointment with his lung doctor. Pulmonologist. That I'd made a week before that. And then, so I went to the pulmonologist, and he's like, why'd you get the scan? And I said, again, I just did, and I got this result. And he's like, and he went and said, you need to go get an MRI, you need to go get blood tests, you need a PET scan. I did all that. And then within a week, he said, you need to go see a surgeon. And I went to consult with a surgeon at TGH. He said, no need for a biopsy. You've got a pretty large mass. It's going out, So I got a full upper left lung lobectomy. So basically they removed the whole upper left lung August last year. So within about 2 months of all the testing and everything, I had it removed, and they came back and said everything was clear. All the nodes, all the, everything was clear. My brain MRI was clear. He said that you were probably within, if he had to stage my, the lung cancer, it ended up being 1B because, I didn't have any spread. But he said it was probably 6 months to being a stage 2 or 3, for spreading. So he said that was amazing. He'd never seen anything like that, because by the time that anybody has a stage, any stage 3 or 4 for lung cancer, that's when you see the symptoms. He usually doesn't see a stage 1 symptom. A stage 1 staging. And then after that, I also went, of course, and had my, went to a gynecologist and had my fibroids checked out. And again, I had a whole hysterectomy just this year in February, so I think I'm completely done now. Now we're just watching it every 6 months with my oncologist. So they're on a new medicine that I'm taking because lung cancer is quite the high recurrence rate. So we're watching it, and I feel good and I feel lucky. So that's why I wanted to give back and let everybody know that it works. And I highly recommend it for anybody actually 40 and over, not just 50, because I've learned a lot about lung cancer. It's not for smokers only. It's basically pretty high rate for This is a gene mutation one that all non-smokers, there's a high percentage of female, Asian, younger people that get it. So I'm in that group, so.
In some ways, I think there's a guardian angel looking out for us. You know, I don't know what caused us to go that day, because it was a very hot day and they had a farmer's market in West Chase. I think it was just right before closing we went, and then I saw the booth for lifeguard imaging. And you know, I signed up. You know, I had some reservation, just like my wife, you know, just didn't know whether it was worth the time to go do it. But looking back was definitely the right choice, you know, to go get the scan. So I'm glad that I was able to do it and was able to, you know, help my wife detect it early. So definitely a good thing. Even if you find out that there's nothing wrong, that's even better. You know, so it's a peace of mind, right? But the case that you can catch it early is well worth the investment. You know, just because even if you knew and catch it early, it's, you know, it's worth any type of money that you can ever pay, right? It's priceless to, you know, because your life is priceless. And having able to know and treat it early, that's the key. My brother, I introduced my brother to it. He went to get a scan. Now his turn back, he had no issues, which is great. You know, which is great. But you know, just having that knowledge, that peace of mind, is okay too. You know, you don't have to find something. You know, but the case that you find something and can do something about it, that's the key.